Kia ora boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're back with the Immortalis. This month is Cavalier Event Quest and Marvel Contest of Champions. We're going to jump into the first map, and it's a science heavy map, so I've brought in Void and Captain America for the lane. And there's a little bit of a change this month. There's kind of like a mini as well as a boss. So I brought in three counters to that, which is Doom, Symbiote Supreme, and Magneto. And so you'll see the boss is, sorry, not the boss, the lines are all about scientific exploit and putting in debuffs and stuff like that. And then the mini boss is Airwalker, and the boss is Ghost. And funnily enough, you'll see that the mini boss doesn't have all that science restrictions. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear the lane, and then I'll meet you back up at the mini boss. Alright, so that went pretty much according to plan. Cleared the lane with Void and Captain America Infinity War. And now we get to the mini boss. So it's kind of cool actually. Like there's a mini boss and there's a boss. And this one has return policy. He's got Fisher, cold turkey, and power snack. Every 7 seconds the next buff triggered is nullified. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in with Dr. Doom and take care of business against this guy. And of course we can use passive stun, and we can nullify that power cosmic, which will make our life a heck of a lot easier. Although it's interesting that we didn't drain the power, but we did drain the power just then, so that's all good. And we're just going to drain power until he's kind of low. Yep, that's good. And that's what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to get to the SP3 as soon as we can. And we'll get him to his SP3 as well to increase the efficiency of our power drain on the SP1. Throw him up against the wall there. And yeah, we'll have crack. Now the power drain doesn't seem to be working as well as we'd hoped, but never fear. We'll throw the SP3 again. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird rotation. It's not working as normal, and I'm not sure if that's because he's nullifying some of our buffs or what exactly is going on here. But you can see the power drain is not as useful. It's not as what's the word? It's not as smooth as normal. Normally you drain power and you get 2 bars of power back. It doesn't seem to be working that way. It seems to be less for some reason, and maybe that's part of the nodes. But anyway, it didn't seem to be too much of a problem. We're still able to take care of him pretty easily with Dr. Doom. And then we get to the final boss. The final boss is Ghost. Ghost is metal as well, which is great because we have Magneto. So he's got more, she's got more health, more attack. But the main thing is Nerves of Steel. So every 6 seconds, she gets an indefinite armor up passive. She's immune to armor breaks. And we don't gain any power unless she has a damaging debuff. And when she's knocked down, the potency of all damaging effects is reduced by 75%. And every 6 seconds we get a falter. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a crack with Magneto. I'm not sure if this will work because we might not be able to gain any power. But we will definitely try. So yeah, I don't think we can gain any power actually. Because we don't have any damaging debuffs, right? So probably Void would have been better, or Symbiote Supreme, but at the same time, what we're doing is we're reducing her ability accuracy with Magneto, and she's pretty easy to fight, to be honest. Next time I might actually bring Star-Lord and see how he does against Ghost, because could probably deal a lot of damage to her. But you can see, so long as we just evade the SP1s and the SP2s and we don't really knock her down, it's not really too hard. Just a little bit of a longer fight. Now, of course, if we brought it in Symbiote Supreme, we could probably nail her with the SP3 damage. Void could probably nail her with all the Fear of the Void stuff. Iceman probably with the debuffs. Or even if you want to stick on the science note, you could probably bring in Human Torch with his Incinerates, which would give you more and more power. Or you can bring in someone like She-Hulk and just do a lot of damage to her really, really quick. But yeah. You can see here it's a pretty easy fight. Just evade the SP1, just evade the SP2, and take care of business. And all that stuff around falters and all that stuff around armor ups and reduced damage doesn't happen because we shut all that off with Magnetized. So maybe we're not doing tremendously fast damage, but at the same time, probably in the grand scheme of things, we're doing the same amount of damage because we're bypassing all that stuff. And Magneto is pretty damn tank, man. Like you can see here, he's got a ton of life. We've been pairing here forever. We've only dropped like 10% of our HP. So getting pretty close to the end there. Almost to assassin range. But yeah, I mean, definitely if we had like Star-Lord here or Aegon, by 164 hits, they'd be doing a lot of damage. They probably would have killed her off already. And now we're in the final assassin range. And we can do a little bit more damage, a little bit more crits. But yeah, man, not really terrible. So yeah, guys, I do hope that this is coming to an end now. I mean, we're probably going to clean her up in a sec here. Now, I hope that this did help you out. And if you did, do like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your team, share it with your alliance. Hopefully you didn't have too much trouble with this particular quest. But anyway, I'll upload it in case anyone is struggling. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ka kite anō, bros and girls.